Alright guys, so I'm going to begin working on my project live. So let's see what we need to do to get started. Mr. Rusk gave us a thing on creating something about the data visualization. So if we go to course content, and here we go, team project data analysis. So what we need to do is create include the URL, a few sentences to summarize it, describe a possible solution such as a company, coordinated effort, or technology, describe the solution's information needs, user sources, at least part of the, and constitution of at least part of the solution. See the textbook. And then we need to create a conceptual ER diagram showing the entities and their relationships. Label the relationships. Okay, so it looks like we're going to need to go back into the textbook and review that section. For now, I'm going to go ahead and do the first two ones. So if we go to look this up and go to the project website, we can get an idea of what all we need to summarize. So let's see. I'm going to go and create a README in Git. So let's see. I have on my computer documents, code projects. Oh, it's on my USB. Lots of folders. Here we go. Copy that. Actually, let's just open this in Visual Studio Code. Make things easier. So I'm going to create a README for the GitHub repository, and it's going to contain a lot of this information. So if I go to github.com/jingle1000 and go to the repository. Alright, so this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to add a README. A new file. Oh, I had it on my other screen. There we go. So basically what I did is just create a new README, and I committed that change. So if I go back here and inside Visual Studio Code, let's pull. And yep, there we go, README. I'm going to see if I can preview it with Markdown, open preview. Let's CIS 148 final project. That's what the repo is going to be called, but for the title, I think I'm just going to call it whatever they call it. So, or how about this? Whoops. There we go. Now we got that. So what all did we need to include here? In the specifications, we need to include a URL to the team selected challenge. So let's include that URL. I need to figure out how to embed a link into the a Markdown file. It's not quite the same as a regular text file. If I just put in the link. I know there's a special way to do this. Ah, there it is. So it's website, or no, I guess it's called challenge link. And then we put that in there. There we go. I think that worked. Okay, so we got that. Now, in a few sentences, summarize the challenge. About the challenge. So the challenge purpose, here we go. Significant disparities persist among U.S. subpopulations in their receipt of quality health care. Further, there are multiple social factors that contribute to poor quality care and increased healthcare spending. This challenge is consistent with the HHS Secretary Azar's goal of increasing value-based care by leveraging technology and providing innovative tools to help organizations improve their understanding of factors that contribute to poor quality care and address unmet community health service and delivery needs. So it looks like data, they need to find the data. They need to use the data to find what sort of factors contribute to it. Yeah. And it's going, with this data, they're going to use it to help plan for better uses of health care spending. So it looks like the main things that they're trying to do are, so they need to use the data to plan their use of money, use the data to come up with ways to improve health outcomes, and again, it comes back to money with driving savings. Okay, so it's basically money and better health. Okay. The visualization resources seeks tools that support visualizing data such clusters to enhance the research and analysis of community-based services. Sounds like they just want a plotting library with a bunch of aggregated data. So we need to figure out how to get them that data and also have them visualize it. We must develop visualization tools that can augment the insights drawn from the analysis of medical expenditure and healthcare utilization data at the community level. Tools must be publicly available and free. Okay, so that knocks out using Tableau. So I was thinking about using Tableau because I'm like, man, that is exactly what they're asking for. But I guess we're going to have to use something like Plotly cluster graph. That's not quite. So what we need is, I think it's called a cartograph. I'm going to type map. I don't think that's how you spell it. I don't remember what it is. Plot. Plotly chloropleth maps. There we go. This is exactly what we're looking for. Yeah, something like that, but we're looking for more of a different type of feel. Yeah, something along these lines here. Import Plotly as .plotly as py. So they're going to read a CSV file. In this case, this is going outside the scope of the database challenge, but it looks like instead of reading from a CSV, we're going to be reading from SQL and somehow converting the SQL into a data frame and then running through this whole process. And then, let's see, they're creating, this is a lot of manual. Trying to think about how you'd automate this. I guess you could create this in little modules where instead of doing this small section here, you'd use like variables and I don't know, actually. This is a little bit over my head. Anyways, back to the scope of what we need to do. Let's go back. Summarize the challenge. Okay. Man, I got off topic there. So I'm going to do challenge goals, and then create data visual. Create data visualization tools to analyze how social factors impact quality of healthcare. The tools need to augment the insight, so it's not just aggregating the data, you actually need to do something with it, make calculations. And they want the insights drawn from the analysis of medical expenditure and healthcare utilization data at the community level. Now, community level, are they talking about cities? With publicly available federal data, you're going to have trouble, I guess, getting granular, perhaps. You might be able to get down to a zip code level, which for sure is community-based. But I guess the tools that we develop, they need to be able to aggregate the data in a more effective way. Meaning, in theory, you could just have somebody that spends their time crawling these websites looking for data sets and uploading them and filtering them, but we need a tool to do it faster. So let's go back and update. Data, they said, wait, data insights must be drawn from the analysis of medical, I'm just going to copy this. This is perfect. Data drawn from the analysis of medical expenditure and healthcare utilization data at the community level. Tools must be publicly available and free from the following data sources: federal databases, state, other locally available such as SDOH, and data from voice, digital, and social medical requests via service lines. So 911, 311, 211. There needs to be, I'm trying to think about how, let me just check. Do they want transcription of 911 calls? SDOH data. Sources. How to get data from emergency services. Somebody's already done something on it. Emergency services database. This is in the UK. I don't think this applies to the United States. Man, this is just an article on it. I'd have to look into this. I'm not sure if there's an API or if each local area would have to submit their data to an API that we have, or if they have an API that we could gather from. So let's go back to the description. Data must come from free. There we go. I feel like this is getting a little bit into the details. So create data visualization tools to analyze how social factors impact the quality of healthcare. Data drawn. This is more of a description of how it needs to work. Data drawn from the analysis of medical expenditure and healthcare utilization level. That sentence doesn't look right. Yeah, that's a description. It's not a goal. How it works. That's also another how it works. Find ways to decrease, no, more effectively VS Code doesn't come with spell check. Find ways to more find ways to more effectively utilize healthcare funds and increase there we go. Save money, have better health. Describe a possible solution such as a company. Describe a possible solution such as a company, coordinated effort, or technology. I do not know quite what he's asking. So basically, oh wait, he's describing, so basically we need to describe a solution. I think in this case, we're just going to define a technology, because I don't think this is a company, nor do I think this is a coordinated effort. While I don't know, this is getting out of scope. So, a possible solution. Let's see. Possible solution. A possible solution would be, I'm just going to bullet point this for now. Automate web scraping of publicly, okay. Automate web scraping. Automate data aggregation. Publicly available data sets. Then we need to automate. I guess it's data preparation or data formatting. Automate data preparation of aggregated data to accommodate diverse data formats. So really what they're asking for is it sounds like they're asking for some sort of automated web scraping that will automatically format the data on a regular basis. Or it's got to be a repeatable solution, so it's sort of automated. Thinking of almost like a task queue, or like the 911 calls and stuff like that. That would be most likely either fed in through an API, or there would be an automatically generated report from the offices or from each of the local governments, something like that. And the solution would somehow have to take that data, do the automated data preparation, stick it into the database, and then when we're ready to, when they want to see the analysis or the insights from it, then they can just pull whatever data is latest, or it'll automatically update. Okay, let's put it down. So create scheduled, or no, dynamic. Oh my God. Dynamically update data to accommodate a combination of historical data and real-time data. For now, this is what it's going to be. And like from a user's perspective, if we were to give this product to somebody, or to the government essentially, what they'd need is they're essentially looking for a web app that they log into, and there's, I guess, predefined things that they're looking for. They're not quite giving it to us. They're asking for a very vague thing. So they want so possible. I'm trying to think about how do you just describe a web app in this way? It would be present the data in an interactive format with report present the data in an interactive format and enable report generation and automatic so like let's say there's 50 or 10,000 911 calls in New York City all happening within an hour. I guess there should be a report or an automated alert going on there, but I'm not quite sure if that's what they're asking for. For now, I'm going to copy and paste. Okay. So what it does is going to be the proposed solution. So now we have the possible solution, summary, and the URL. Then we need to describe the solution's information needs. So this is where the database design comes in. And we'll need to look at the textbook for that. So I'll make that in a whole nother video. But for now I think this is good, and I'm going to save this. And going to push those changes up to GitHub. Oh, whoops. Forgot to commit it. There we go. And that's all for now. All right, see you in the next one.